What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Yo, this is Tony Terry, and you're watching Dope Living TV.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver, and whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
What's up? We watching Dope Living TV. What you watching?
Yo, welcome to Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. We got it all. Come and see. Yeah. Let me see. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Yeah. Check us out. Come and see.
What up, this is your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let's start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Man, it's been an odd day. Just something just sits. It's been sitting differently in my spirit today, and a lot of things that I've been thinking about and trying to do came true today, but it's just something just kind of unsettling, and I don't know what it is, but regardless, and y'all quit, whoever, I heard somebody say irregardless today. That ain't no word. That is not a word, irregardless. Regardless, we still here. God gives us another day to do whatever we got to do, all right? What up, Steve?
How you doing, bro? I see you got the blazer on, got the hat matching the blazer. I see you.
Trying to be like you, bro. Trying to be like you. I even cut half the beard off, see that?
Yeah.
Cleaned it up a little bit. Somebody said, why don't you black it? I'm not blacking it, man. Look, I'm here. I'm what I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I ain't blacking nothing. What up, Mo? Chilling, man. Chilling. One of them days, bruh. Oh, one of them days. You know, today is the CEO Nuggets Day.
Oh, yeah.
With Ms. Rachel Gary, the leadership coach. Her question of the day. Did y'all see her question of the day?
Seen it, but I forgot it.
Hey, what? The question of the day. Let me see if I can pull up her question of the day, because it was interesting. I mean, and I can't wait to see how she explains it too. Her question of the day, if I can find it. I'm looking forward to. Hey, shout out to Ebony Murkison. She did a post where she was doing a talk. She was doing an interview. Well, somebody was interviewing her, and the guy that was doing the filming actually dated her back in when she was going to Miller Elementary.
Damn.
Long time.
And he had and junior high school, and I think they dated in high school too. And he had a picture of her. Thought he'd never see her again because his mother made him leave. Had a picture of her, and she was just so shocked. Wow. I like stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, the question of the week is, how is media distracting us from our reality? Social media. How is it distracting us from our reality?
Because it gives false reality.
I mean, I think, and you're right. I mean, in a nutshell, but
false pretenses of reality.
Are we letting it though? See, and what we do here, we have to use social media. We don't have a choice. If we don't use social media, we're lost. Okay, we get no engagement. Right? We have to use it. Okay, but do we have to use it for, personal stuff? A lot of people now, because this was the kids' platform at first until we started getting on there and contacting our grannies and reaching across the country to contact everybody. So the kids left it alone and went to TikTok and went to Instagram, But it's major, it's huge, and it's still a viable source of reaching out to businesses, LinkedIn as well. So is social media distorting our normal lives?
I gotta agree, it is, Greg. I mean, you think about how if you think back to our generation and how our parents thought TV, just our simple television, distorted,
Mhm.
our way of thinking in life and stuff like that. And there was a lot of influence, and that's basically what social media is. It's that medium. But they got a turbo booster. They got theirs where they can carry it with them 24/7. We had to sit in front of ours. You know what I'm saying? And watch a certain show
Yeah,
at a certain time. You know.
but McGill Gorilla influenced me.
Well, that's not just. I'm talking about Sanford and Son, Good Time. It was a bunch of other things, that we watched. It wasn't necessarily the greatest, but it made us laugh when it made us laugh. It got us serious when it was supposed to get serious, but it kept those basic, fundamental, homegrown things in us too.
It
God,
caught us on a cuss.
yeah, someone calls that a
I mean,
cuss.
you
Okay.
brought up Sanford and Son. I mean, come on.
Well,
Sanford
I
and
mean,
Son saved us on the playground. We knew
well,
how to hold our own
that
when it came to jabbing.
that and Richard Pryor.
Oh,
You get called listening to Richard Pryor, you get a whooping back in the day. Now,
I got
Yeah.
in trouble for listening to Mom's Mabley.
uh,
And
you know,
who else?
Millie
Millie Jackson.
Millie Jackson. That was our thing. Our parents. You remember at one point back in the 70s where they could, you couldn't show a gun on TV. You couldn't act like you remember back in the 70s, you couldn't show none of that stuff. It was either illegal or wasn't allowed. It was censored out. Now, shoot, it's game on. You can bleed your heart, have their heart in their hand bleeding. They can't on video game showing that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that some of that stuff doesn't need to be exposed, but we got to remember these are developing minds out there. Some of them ain't been taught the difference between right and wrong, and they take for granted, not for granted, but they take as God, words basically like God for stuff that they see. So
Right.
I mean,
So it's corrupting young minds that have yet to develop.
exactly. So exactly, Steve. You put the words right in my mouth there.
I get it. I get it.
I mean,
again,
it's just a different time for a different way now.
When you can get a degree without knowing how to read,
right?
I mean, come on.
You don't know how to write. You just know how to communicate.
The book will read to you and then turn around and write the paper for you.
But ain't that a good thing sometimes? Look, you can be on social media. You don't have to,
it's not a good thing when you
wait a minute. You don't have to
it's a tool.
It's a tool, okay? But
it's a tool. Just like anything.
Nowadays, man, back in the day we had college ceremonies and stuff. You can graduate from college sitting at your house now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get that full college education
sitting at home,
sitting at your dining room table.
But check this, Greg. Wasn't part of the college experience the social part?
Yeah,
teach you how to socialize with other people. Guess what? We don't know how to do now.
We don't do it now. Absolutely, and that's some of the differences. Okay, so I mean, Rachel's gonna explain what she means with the question. She's gonna dig into the question and get it out there and let us.
Many jobs were got through those social connections in college.
Yeah. And you can do the job at home too.
Well, I'm just saying, you had to meet the people.
They used the old tool of knowing somebody. You had to have that connection to get that job. You still got to have that connection to get that job. You might have got it by not even standing outside. Might just putting a shirt in the towel and doing interviews like we're doing right here. But ain't got nothing. Ain't exactly. Ain't got nothing on under there. But that's just knowing.
90% of the shows that I've done, I ain't had nothing on at the bottom, man.
We don't want to know that.
We didn't get to know.
I'm jingling.
Bringing back a new style, blazer and briefs.
I'm jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. I'm jingling,
baby.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on? What's going on?
Man, like I said, something is bad with my spirit today. I don't know what it is, okay? A lot of good things happened today, but something just wearing on my spirit really bad. I don't know.
Marianne said the same thing. She didn't wake up feeling like, life today.
I've been handling business, but it hasn't, I ain't had the same
something
fire.
In the air. Yeah,
I ain't had the same fire, dude. I ain't got I'm not sick. I feel great, but I didn't have the same fire. It's like I'm looking at stuff and I'm trying not to, I'm sitting across with some people and I'm trying not to let them irritate me, but they were. And I was like, well, man, look.
Is this in public or family?
Yeah, I was in public.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like
yeah, you can't let anybody, especially somebody you don't know, disturb your peace. You can't do that, especially if you don't know them.
Well, they kept saying the same thing in the same presentation, and I'm like, dude, I heard you the first time. Okay, why are you repeating this? Why are you repeating that? Trying to get me to do something. You don't have to repeat it. Give it to me. I'm a digest it, and I'll let you know if I want to do it. Okay, I really didn't want to go to do this seminar thing. I didn't want to go do it. I don't have anything to talk about, so I don't want to sit on the panel. And the guy was saying, well, what some of the benefits is, we're going to help the kids do this. They're not kids; they're young adults, they're college kids. But yeah, but some of the benefits. If you say some of the benefits one more time, I'm gonna clock you on your jaw.
Hey, don't do it if you're not feeling it. Don't do it.
Nope. No, I'm not.
You definitely get blamed for it. That's for sure. If it don't come out right.
I'm not feeling.
Don't do it.
Now,
if you're feeling uneasy, it's a reason. It's something behind it. Something not right.
Yeah, I gotta get off today, y'all. So I wanted to come on and get started.
What'd you say?
Say what's up to everybody, man. Rachel's coming on. Gina, you got to take this over, man, and roll this show because I got to go.
Gina.
Okay. What is that?
That's Mo playing again. You know how you do.
Mo, that sounds spooky.
Anyway, man, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Gina, it's Rachel, and y'all, man, it's good to see. I'll get off of here. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
All right. So what we got, y'all? What's our topic of the night before we get into our nuggets? What we got?
Well, we was talking about. Now it sounds funny now though. Didn't go back to my voice. We was talking about social media, something that Rachel's actually supposed to, the question of the day, something Rachel's supposed to kick in on when she comes in and help us answer, talking about how social media has influenced and does it make us any better? Or like I told him, it's a tool. But nowadays, we didn't have nothing like that back in our day. I was telling Greg, right. And Steve, we had the TV. That was the biggest influence we had, and you had to be there at a certain time to see what you wanted to see. And that's what we had. So now they could take whatever they want to with them. They can take their phone with them, and they got all this. They got all the influence and everything, with them. And
it's the brain. It's today's brain.
That's true, but that's where it's going, bro. Like we was talking about getting jobs, ain't no putting what you gonna put on a tie for and go someplace now, boy, because there ain't no place for them to go.
How can you sign a paper that say sign your signature and they don't teach cursive in the schools?
I don't know nothing about that. My grandson said don't know half the kids in his class don't know how to write.
Well, I taught my granddaughter cursive because
we taught them here too.
There's going to be a point in their life where they have to sign their name at some point. I know they have electronic signature now, but we went somewhere. I can't even remember where I took her, and they required her to sign her name. And I looked at her. I said, "You see what I mean? There was no electronic signature. She actually had to sign her name." And that's something that I taught her because I couldn't believe that they weren't going to be teaching cursive. But there's somebody right here in Gary that has a cursive writing school. School. Yes. That's how serious it is.
So tell me the name of that school.
And send your child to cursive school. Chelsea, what's Chelsea's last name? Whittinger, I think.
Oh, Chelsea. Okay.
Yeah, she has a cursive writing school that teaches children how to write in cursive.
Well,
and I believe they have grants for it too.
That's so crazy.
My son told me he was writing cursive one day. I said, well.
But I don't understand why. I just think it's another way to keep us down. Like, what's so hard about it? That you have to teach it. You're not going to teach it in school anymore.
First of all, we were taught exactly I was getting to the first of all, you start going to these charter classes and they make things go down, down, down from there. I mean, it's dumbing stuff down and they call it going up, but it's not. And you start taking stuff away. You know what I mean? This is all planned out. And that's what they're doing. They're taking stuff away. Everything that we need to survive as a human being, they're taking away. You know,
Because they want
writing.
you to do everything with your fingerprint. Because they're trying to make everything generate, computerized.
Yeah.
Where you won't be needed. It touch your accounts, your bank accounts, everything will go off of that touch.
The last car I bought, I signed my name one time, and then I took this electronic pen and touched where I wanted my signature to be,
and it went everywhere.
But I don't know if you remember. I don't even think they have it anymore. I'm not sure because it was in Downers Grove when I worked in Downers Grove, Illinois. There was a store. I think it was a Jewel. I'm not sure if it was a Jewel or Dominic's, and they had the eye where you can use your pupil to pay for your food. I did not want to go to those kiosks. That was weird to me.
This was the electronics that kicked. This is 5 years ago. I was putting in these kiosks, and these kiosks had everything on them. You cash a check, you could pay your electric bill, water bill, whatever. Fingerprint. It says bioelectric.
That's too much for me. That's too much when you're talking about using your pupils, using your fingerprint. I think that's just too. It's too invasive for me. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe it's okay, with the new age people. I just feel like it's too invasive. And when you get robbed, what are people going to do? Cut off your fingers?
Well, yeah. Well, see, that's what everybody was saying. Start cutting off digits and putting them on these readers. But the thing about these biometric setups, they had the thumb was a backup to your ID. So when they ask for your ID, you put your ID there and you put your thumbprint. But at most banks, before you stop walking up to the counters, remember you used to walk up to the counter and to cash a check, you had to take your thumbprint and put it on the check. So it's basically the same thing. But it's
I've never done that. I've never done that.
The thing about it, the technology just caught up with it, and these things did everything from they were about higher some 8800 and 8200 QTs, and they were kiosks. That's all they did was cash checks and pay your bills right there. It was actually pretty cool for the underbanked, and this is basically what it was designed for: the underbanked people that don't have bank accounts.
Do you feel that maybe? Are we being too cautious, or are we just not embracing the new era?
It's natural to be cautious because, first of all, it's just like, when your first automatic transmission first started on a car. You just didn't go buy one. You wait to see if that motor going to blow up or burn down. The same thing with new technology. You take a look at it from the outside. First adapter's going in there, run on in there. I'm going to see what happens. I'll make up my mind when I want to do it, And I'm in the tech field. So I'm just telling you, it does work. And it's been around actually longer than that. It's been around since 1995. A lot of people didn't know it. The Fifth Third Bank was the first one to use it in Indiana. When you walked into Kroger's, there wasn't no people there. It was all over the country. You just walked up to a screen.
Well, they have them in the airport. Now, the UK has it already. They've been had it in the airports. They don't even have people working in the airport. Everything is digitally done. My son flew over there and he was like going through the airport and he was like, there are no people here. So he finally realized he had to go to the kiosk.
Exactly. And see, that was the crazy thing about it is I remember when this first started, this ain't gonna work because it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much for old people to do. Old people love it. Them the ones be hovering around the kiosk.
My biggest concern is when it gets hacked or when there's a power failure or Wi-Fi failure, that internet failure. That's the part, because now when those computers shut down, they can't do anything.
This is what's coming down the pipe.
They can't read. They can't write. It's like, duh.
This is what's coming down the pipe. You got to remember that this grid that we are on right now is ancient. It ain't going to be able to hold the capacity. So what they're doing is basically turning locations like airports and hospitals into their own self-generation. So if they happen to fall off grid, they go into auto generation mode. So there'll be a fail-safe in the case of a power failure. And that's right, exactly, a backup. And a lot of folks
but the hackers are learning how to get into everything.
The hackers are.
And that's a lot of personal information for them to be able to access.
The hackers are everywhere, sis.
They created the backup system, though. That's what we ain't yet to say. The hackers are the ones that usually do the security for the people.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was just going to say that. They're 2 steps ahead of us, even. I mean, I think about ATMs and what they've come out with in the last, and we had to develop security systems to keep people from what they call jackpotting machines. So what they have a software that they have to install either remotely or on site. It has to be a 2-factor deal where somebody's standing there and has to load the software for it to make a jackpot, or they could do it remotely. We got what we call a monitoring system where we monitor ATMs to see if they loan paper, money, or whatever. And if they can hack into that system to get in there on their backside of it, they can tell the machine what to do.
But that's what they're doing now.
But
I forgot what they call it, where they're actually, and it's not affecting individual accounts, is affecting the bank, where they're telling the ATMs to eject money.
It's called jackpotting.
And the money is coming out.
Yep. Called jackpotting. And we have beefed up our security to where, in order for you to do what they call let me see, I'm thinking if I can say this or not. Yeah. We have an access code to where the only way you can remote into the system, you got to have that access code, and you got to know where to use it and how to use it. So, I mean, there are securities there. A lot of people won't use their card anywhere because of that. But the most dangerous place you could use your card is at a gas pump.
I know, they got me at one.
Yeah.
My bank called me one night at 12 o'clock at night saying that I had a fraud alert.
Yeah. Skimming devices that pick up your information. The best thing that you could do. Put it on a
blank card.
The best thing you could do is when you go to a gas pump is do not use your damn pen. Put that mug in there and bypass your pen. So it uses it as a Visa. That's protected versus you putting your pen in there.
I never use a pen anymore. And I always hit the cancel button on the pump when I'm done.
And a lot of people don't understand it. You know, they had to call what they call a left lane gang. These people running that, what they'll do is they'll go and they'll put the pump in their car and get back in their car and sit down and wait for it to click. They had these kids rolling up on them, taking the pump out the gas and filling their cars up and then putting it back in. Putting it back in. Putting it back in. That's gangster. That's gangster. That's gangster. They put it back in their car and let it finish and then fill their car up. He said, why is this shit costing $150?
What is you doing in your car that you ain't heard somebody take this pump out?
Right. Man, shoot that mother. That mother being pulled out. But they had so many videos of that. But being in the business I've been in, I've seen a lot of stuff. And you know what the most secure form of communication was before high speed? Dial-up.
Oh yeah.
It was the most
dial-up took so long.
It took so long, but it was secure.
Dial-up took so long.
It took forever. I can remember when a transaction took just under a minute to complete. And you didn't get no money, you got a receipt. And you took that receipt up to the counter and got your money from the counter. That's what we call a script machine. That's how far I go back on this.
But you know, now the worry is the data centers.
Yeah. Well, you see what they said too. We got one here that's going to be put in Memphis. They made them build their own power setup because they suck power and they make utility rates go up when they put these.
Yeah, but you know, here they're trying to claim. I think I get a survey maybe once every 2 weeks asking me questions. They don't start off asking questions about the data center. They start off asking other questions. And then pretty soon, by the time you get halfway through, they start asking you how you feel about data centers. Do you think that they use more electricity, this, that, and the other? But, you know, they out here protesting the utility company because they have put in data centers and everybody's utility bill has almost doubled.
Yep.
And they're saying it's not from the data centers, but people are feeling like it is.
Ask the people in Texas. People in Texas right now got a data center that they just put online. Everybody's electricity went straight through the roof, and they made them build their own electrical grid out there.
Well, they need to do the same here because it's truly ridiculous how some people, I mean, these bills are hitting over $1,000 for
That's
1
crazy.
month.
That's crazy.
Yes,
I
sir.
can remember
1 month.
When I was a kid, a $200 bill get you a whooping. Something was left on too long.
And a lot of people are saying they're cutting their heat down to 60. They're not home, and they still getting these outrageous bills.
Yeah, that's stupid. But you know, I think Gary's primed to go green. Is perfectly primed. What's crazy about this? You got 11 miles of windmills. Where the hell is that electricity going? Up in Indiana. Where's that electricity going?
Yeah, that's southern Indiana. They use a lot of that for the farms.
Yeah, but you think that somebody would have got it and said, hey, okay, let's do something similar up there in the tundra up there in northwest Indiana because it gets cold. And you know what? Running this stuff on natural gas ain't gonna work. It just ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but it's not like southern Indiana where they have all that open space. Like
there's a bunch of open space up there in northwest Indiana. I mean, just south of
those windmills are huge.
Those windmills are huge.
They are huge. If you don't want to use the windmills, you can also use solar panels. They got solar farms. You know,
now, I think that's a way they may end up going that it should go to solar. But those windmills, man.
I've been there. I've been through it. I remember the first time I went there, I said, God, there's a bunch of them. You could, as far as the eye could see east, as far as the eye could see west. All you saw was windmills.
I mean, you know, you halfway to Indianapolis when you start seeing the windmills. That's my landmark.
That's when I know I'm almost back to Gary. Because okay,
you're almost there.
Yep. Almost there. Marianne, I got pictures. I said, you sit up here and I'm thinking, you know, it's just gonna be a little bit like 1-2 miles. 11 miles.
And it's windmill.
This is the kicker. They got 11 miles of windmills, and all the land under the bottom of that is still able to be used. So they're still farming. They farming under the land while they making money because they paying them to put the windmills on that property. So you can't tell me they can't do that up. They want that land up there. They want GI bad. They want GI bad.
Money putting the windmills on that.
Well, they're selling the land now. You can come over here and buy land. They're selling it dirt cheap now because they want people to build on it.
Well, I'm trying to buy.
If I did it, every house that I do would be greenhouse. It'll be, you know, on a solar panel as soon as it went up. Be part of the price of the house.
But you know, the solar panels are expensive. You have to pay that down for it.
Yeah, you do. But see, if you include it in the house when you first build it, not adding to it.
Oh yeah, when you first build it.
When you first build it, if you first build it and it's got solar panels on top, that by itself is worth it. You know, if you got $600-700 a month, now you can pay like 20, 30, or 40 because you're selling stuff back to the grid that you ain't using. So I mean, it's and that's not the only green thing that you could do. There's a lot of other green stuff that you could do to make a whole block, you know, block at a time sustainable. Easy. If they tearing stuff down, they can rebuild big stuff. And if they build these apartment complexes, they need to be green when they go up.
Yeah.
They need to be green.
Well, it's, you know, a whole lot of people are not looking at green, just like a lot of people aren't looking at healthy, growing your own fruits and vegetables and, you know, things like that. So I think because a lot of people are not on board with that, it's not at the forefront.
People down south in Texas, they own that because
we stopped. We need to.
Well, the thing about it is, we sitting up there and we got steel mills on the lake that use a crap load of electricity at a tax break. You know, okay, it is supplying jobs. That's a plus. But at what cost? You sitting up there, you making money, but then you got to turn around and take that same money and pay an extra tax because they're using a lot of electricity. So I mean, not to mention the excise tax in Indiana is a mug. I can't. Whew.
And
That's
it just
one
ain't
of
NIPSCO because I'm not NIPSCO and they high down here. Nah.
Ooh, Lord. That's
When I
another
jumped,
one.
I was like, wow.
Because I mean, when I first got down south, when I first went to Texas, I said, man, I hope I don't have no bills like my mama and them. When we had that first apartment, the little one bedroom apartment, I got a bill like, say, I can do this $75 all day long, you know, twice on Sundays. Shoot. $75. I mean, that was the water, gas, and light, you know, $75 a month.
You got spoiled.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know if we would never. I don't think we'll ever get back to that again.
Probably not, but you can get back to it. You get the green. The green does work. I mean, they get in Texas and California. They're using it. Of course, they're getting bashed for it now because the gas is so cheap and the oil is so cheap. But you see what's happening now. How unstable that is right now. Here we are.
It's going back up.
Started a war over there. Now get oil is on its way back up.
Oh yeah, it's already up.
Yeah,
I have to use premium, and I'm paying $4.25 a gallon.
Gas.
I have to use premium too. I can't use no regular unleaded. My car throw it up.
Yeah, I have to use the premium, so I'm stuck. I can't do nothing about it.
What is this? Boom!
Right, be coughing up the street.
Man, my son made a mistake and put some gas in my car. I was wondering what the hell's wrong with my car. It ain't had no oosh. My car was backfiring and carrying on, and I'm taking it to the daggone dealer.
It was no, I ain't gonna say that. Caught myself. You just got to say the disclaimer. You ain't said the disclaimer.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The views expressed on this Dope Living TV are not necessarily those of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. If you don't like it, get your own show.
So what I was gonna say is, please, Lord, forgive me too. I was gonna say your car was acting like a Muslim ate some bacon.
Stop it, Negro. Stop it. Oh, shit. You need to stop it. Hey, his name is Steve Edwards. You see Steve Edwards? That's his name. Angry Me and Mills.
Hey, let me let y'all know I tell jokes. I'm not one.
Yeah. But anytime I can remember when computers came out and everybody was dead set against it. It's just a fad. It's not going to be here long. And look at us now with it. Technology is steady growing and growing. So at some point we do have to embrace it. But I think I don't know. I feel like it may get out of hand at one point. I think we headed to it getting out of hand.
What makes good stuff bad is thieves. That's what makes those things bad most of the time. Most of the time, what makes technology bad is thieves. Thieves screw it up every daggone time. Every time. They find a way to cut across. Every time they screw it up. Because I'm going to tell you, for the most part, when technology, like something like computers, especially computers, didn't nobody know computers was going to be this doggone good for one. They didn't know that it was going to make life a lot easier for a lot of folk, period. I mean, it helped independent artists. Again, it's a good tool. I always tell, don't shy away from technology. Don't shy away from it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, but I mean, like you say, it depends on the person because the people corrupted.
Yeah.
And that's what it was because it wasn't made through corruption, but the people corrupted. Just like they corrupted paper and different things back then, and they're gonna find a way.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Let's bring on our nugget dropper.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So she could drop some more nuggets and get in on this conversation. Come on out. Now don't talk about the logo not being there because I'm not sure if I know how to put it up.
It's up there on Mo's. It's on Mo's.
Oh, it's already up there. Okay, I don't know.
Come on, there it is. National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductee. Come on, ladies and gents. How we doing?
Awesome.
Great.
So, I mean, I know everyone's doing great things. Steve, I see you still. You got all this stuff going on, man. How are those things? How's things moving?
They're moving. I thank the Lord for the blessings.
Absolutely. We have to take the opportunity to first feel that abundance and speak about that abundance. And lost computer.
The abundance. That's the abundance. You see it just jumped out.
The abundance of the computer was like, hold on now. What you doing?
He says jumping out.
Hey, this is my third show of the day. I had 3 shows and 3 one-on-ones. For somebody who was sick, but hey, you can never be ill on progress. You got to start moving.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So talk to us about this technology and all this happening, social media especially, because I don't see the conversation with social media decreasing. Like ever since it came out, there was negative conversations about it, and I don't see it decreasing. So what's your thoughts about all of this?
You know what my biggest thing is, Gina? I think that we have forgotten the art of people, the art of getting to know people, the art of actually talking to people, and the art of utilizing social media to be social. And I think that what we've done is that now we've opened up the world with social media, and instead of us using our good judgment, we'll say it that way,
right?
We're doing all of our bad habits are now being shown to the world. As opposed to us locking into the goodness in us and spreading love across love and peace across the world. So, what were you about to say, Mo?
No, I agree with you 110%. I mean, it's called social media, and the influence run deep. And like we were just talking about, what makes social media bad is bad actors. There's always some people out there that want to take it way over the edge, and you got folks committing suicide over this stuff. So I mean, that's how much influence that social media has on not just the youth, but even grown folk. Yeah. I mean, you got people getting stolen away from and all that stuff, getting money stolen away from them, using social media. But for the most part, for probably about 60%, social media is a good thing because it does have that element that Rachel was talking about, the coach was talking about. It does have that element for us to get together. The thing pulling families together. They ain't seen it or heard from each other in forever. It has that element to pull us together, to get family reunions together. To get folks. It does have that element. That's the good part about it. The bad part is eyeball to eyeball, hand in hand don't happen. That touch is not there. But if we use it to bring the touch on, I think that's a good thing with social media.
You know what, Mo? I totally agree with that. It's just, I'll use myself. When I first thought about social media, I thought about my cousins that don't live here. I have cousins that live in Saudi Arabia. I want to say I'm thankful that my cousin, he actually made it out of harm's way. He's been giving updates to all while the bombing has been going on because he was in close to Iraq. So he has now made it to Ethiopia. I am so glad to hear that. I have friends that are in Dubai who live in Dubai, and they're reporting safe. So it's just those things are why I was so happy about social media when it first came out. My cousin, he's been living abroad since I've been married 14 years, so he's been living abroad for 16 years. Wow. So he only comes here once or maybe twice a year. So when he's usually here, he's here because his wife is a citizen, a dual citizen, and you must come to the United States for a period of time. So that's the only time that he's really here. So to see him and be able to contact him and ask his advice, and we get on a chat because back in the day it was Skype. That's how we used to chat. Skype was the way we used to chat. So when social media came up, it was like great. I mean, MySpace was one of the first platforms I ever was on, and that's because people do not know I am a musician. So I do play the guitar, and I used to play in a guitar band. I used to play lead guitar in a band eons ago. So it's so long ago.
Watch it now. Watch
I don't even remember how to play as well as I used to. So, but have y'all ever seen Hayes? Let me show y'all Hayes though.
He going to get
the guitar. Hayes, the guitar. Okay. No, I never saw Hayes.
That's Hayes.
We need to put her in the music hall of fame.
Is that a tobacco?
Hey, can I say something real quick, Coach?
Yes, sir.
So, like y'all had said on social media, I feel like, we all were made to be social.
Yes, sir.
But everyone was not made for media.
That's a good way to put it.
I like that.
And that is where it hurts. Because with the internet today, everybody wants to do it.
But you know what? Some people wouldn't have any voice if there wasn't, whether good or bad, if there wasn't social media. They could hide behind their computer and say things that they wouldn't ordinarily say, or do things that they wouldn't ordinarily do. And I think those are the bad actors.
They would still have a voice. They just scared to use it. They're scared to say how they feel. They use the shield, the media, to do it.
Right.
That's what it is. They use the media to bring their evil intentions of their evil social intentions through media.
I agree with you because we got a true master of it in the office right now.
Number one.
Uno one. He knows how to play that because he is a circus master. So that's what he does best. So,
but go ahead, Mo. I'm sorry.
It makes so much sense about what we're talking about here as far as social media is concerned, and the bad part about it. The bad part about it is that influence is I mean, it's a life threatening thing, and Mr. I don't even want to say his name.
Yeah, I like what YouTube Police 29 said. Respectfully, I think they are emboldened to say whatever they like, and that's
very true.
Has done.
Very true. Yeah,
it has emboldened people. But do you really, Rachel? Do you think that we would be as far as we are if we had never had social media?
I think yes. And I have to be very transparent here. We have to really think about that. There was technology out there that wasn't made privy to everyone knowing everyone's business. Like we were just talking about Skype. I was able to contact people overseas with Skype. I think that we would have still found a way to globally connect. I think that by social media, how do I say this? And I'm not for policing or stopping people's rights to be free. I'm a sure proponent of freedom. It's what my new book is. Freedom has you.
It stings,
but
it impacts.
We need to have conversations about what we're intaking and how we're allowing it to hinder or live within our lives. Like I'll use, for instance, myself, and I only remember, guys, I only can speak for myself. I have not seen one post on Donald Trump. Now I want y'all to. I'm being very.
Keep going. I know where you're going.
I am very transparent. I have not seen one post, not on any of my social media feed, from Donald Trump. Now let me tell you why. The first video they put on my post, I didn't watch. When Jasmine Crockett, when she has something to say, I don't watch it. Now let me tell you why. And I think Jasmine Crockett has a great point. I watch C-SPAN and watch her points on the floor. Now, I want you to hear what I just said. I stopped my algorithm from sending that stuff my way.
Exactly.
Donald Trump has been a president for over a year. I have not seen one thing, even when he was president before Biden. How about this? I haven't seen anything since Obama. Let's be honest. Because on my social media feed, I don't watch it. We have a choice every day. Everyone always says, it comes up. Don't watch it.
Yeah, that's the
simple.
algorithms that push whatever it is that you're watching or
whatever
things
you're watching
similar to what you're watching. So
exactly. So listen to this. The funny videos, guys, I'm gonna say once again, I don't see any of those funny videos. Not one. Y'all haven't saw me share any because I haven't seen any. Because when I first set up my Facebook, the first thing they ask you is what are your interests?
Skip over it.
I skipped all of that stuff. Now, because let me explain, CEOs out there, intentions. Are you intentional about what you intake into your life? If you're not, life is going to continue to send things your way. I put it's in the song that's the feature song of the soundtrack for my book. You set the destination. You do. Not the government. Not the things that go on. I also don't know about certain things that happen in the world. If my cousin had not have been in the bombing, now I want to be honest, I didn't even know they were bombing. Now that's just me. But my cousin, he called me to tell me he was safe, which is what made me start looking for what was happening.
I need to know what's going on. See, I have children all over the U.S. my son is in Virginia.
None of my kids live. It's only one of my kids live here. None of my kids live here.
And I have veteran. My child is a veteran, so I have to find out. You know, when he was on his deployment, that's what made. I never had any intentions of setting up a Facebook page. I set my Facebook page up because my son left here. He joined the Navy at the age of 17. On his 18th birthday, he was gone. And I needed to know what was happening with my child. And so I set up the only way he could communicate. They didn't let them take their phones. When he went on his first tour, he couldn't take his phone. And so the only way I could communicate with him was through Facebook. So I set up me a Facebook page so that I could keep in contact with him. But and he told me, because it was a lot going on even when he was, when he had enlisted, they were out there. That he was out in Bahrain, and they were bombing at his Navy ship. And I'm seeing it on the news and I'm panicking. He was like, "Ma, don't watch the news." He said, "They bombs can't even reach halfway across the water. Don't even watch the news."
It's so funny.
But you just made a very, very, very good point on, opening that Facebook page. And that's the only one that the government would allow. Who's controlling that is the question. If they let who's controlling that? Say who's controlling that? They ain't gonna let you carry no phone. You know why? Because they can pinpoint that ESN number right down to the square inch. That's the reason why you can't carry your phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can track that.
I have three cousins right now who are part of the National Guard. So when the deployments were happening in our area, even though they could not say where they were happening, we were aware of where they were going. And because we knew that they were the National Guard, I was aware of a lot of the National Guard movement because I knew where he was. So, but it goes into these things. I am not going to live in fear. And because media is about fear right now. Media is about sensationalism. They're going to sensationalize why do we see the bombings? Why did you see the bombings the way you saw them on TV? Because they wanted you afraid.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You know what though? You have to understand and know that a lot of this stuff is to create certain feelings, to create certain thoughts, to make you feel a certain way. To, infect fear. And so I go in and I see these things. Half the majority of this stuff I just push to the side. And there's a lot of like threads. I don't believe nothing that come on threads at all.
I don't even look at threads.
I don't even know what threads is.
I don't, because I don't see a lot of it to me is not real. It's fake news. People just putting stuff up there that their beliefs. I'm not one to anything that has somebody's opinion.
Yes, sir.
I don't read that. That's your opinion. It's not mine.
That's
and
right.
So I don't read things like that.
But you know, I mean, as I said, you know, this is why I brought up about media, because what we're doing is that we intake a lot of this stuff. When we're taking all of that media, we're taking the feelings that go along with it. It goes. So I'm going to give y'all guys a quick story. Is orange juice good for you?
No.
Of course.
No, it has too much citric in it.
Is bananas good for you?
No.
If you grow them.
Is cornflakes good for you?
Is what?
Don't put sugar on them.
Okay.
Is what good for you?
He said for you, not good to you.
Yeah, I said good for you. There you go. Thank you, Steve. So
Listen, let
me explain why I talked about those three things. Orange juice is bad for you. Everything in orange juice is bad. Orange juice did not come out till 1944. Now, let me give you the why. Orange juice came out. They paid doctors. They paid scientists to say orange juice, you need the vitamin C in orange juice. You need the vitamin C in oranges, not orange juice.
Mm.
So bananas do not have potassium in them that helps you. The bananas grown by you or anyone else are not good for our bodies.
Nope.
The way our bodies break down the bananas, it makes us sick and ill. That's why a lot of babies spit up bananas when they're babies. They're not spitting it up because they don't want to eat it. They're spitting it up because it does not sit well within their system. Cornflakes. All of these were made in the 1920s when they were trying to find ways.
Cornflakes. People up.
Exactly. They paid for those things to come out there. The reason why I'm speaking about this is because media was used to get our brains used to what was going to be the new norm. The food pyramid is a lie. Everything they put on that food pyramid, most of the food in there we're not supposed to consume in our bodies. Nope. Meat is not should not be part of our diet. I eat meat. I'm not here talking bad about meat. I'm not talking bad about any of these things. What I'm speaking about is about meat.
Hold up, Rachel. Hold up. The views expressed on this Dope Living TV are not necessarily those of Dope Living TV or if you don't like
that's a whole nother segment. That's a whole nother segment because
it sure is. But
I have studied foods for a very long time, which is why I cut out a lot of my diet. I cut out coffee, I cut out dairy, I cut out pork and beef. Yes. I cut out sugar. I don't eat processed foods. I don't eat lunch meat, deli meat. I don't buy frozen stuff, and I go to the farmers market. If I could grow my stuff, I would, but I'm just, and I go to the Amish farm. Y'all know I go to the Amish farm.
I remember being in Indiana. I remember when we went back to Indiana.
That's my spot.
When I got transferred from Texas back to Indianapolis, and it got a place called O'Malley's. You probably know that, Steve. O'Malley's. O'Malley's. That's O'Malley's.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's all they have is that's all the kind of food they have is Amish food. Yeah, good food.
But you know what? I mean, they know that the food that they're putting out here for us is not good for us. They know that the red dye that they put in there. They know that all the sodium they put in the foods. You guys, every time if I go to first of all, I don't buy anything out of a can. I don't buy anything out of a can. I'm not eating nothing out of a can. I'm not drinking anything out of a can.
No Kool-Aid.
No Kool-Aid. Why would you drink Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid don't come in no can.
But
no, Kool-Aid has red dye in it, which
has red food dye in it. So
you got to put all that sugar in there for it to even taste good.
So I say this: this is not about a scare tactic, but it's just to talk about what media does for us and how media shapes what we think and how we move. So
I understand that because back in the day,
let's see what you do. Go ahead, Steve.
Back in the day with media, I looked at it like this. Remember how Cosby Show used to come on?
Mm-hmm.
I knew kids, and then Different World came on. I knew kids that thought it was a Hillman College until they senior year of high school when they was putting applications in. The media convinced them that this is the college for black people to go to, and it didn't even exist. I mean, it pushed.
People believe a lot of that stuff, you know.
People believed it was a Hillman.
But you think about this for a minute. as technology moves forward, I mean, think about the way things got spread back in the day. A tin can and some ropes hollering down the street, and it went from that. I mean, I'm serious. Word of mouth was where you got information. Then it went from that to telephones, the internet, and on and on and on. Technology changes the way we receive stuff. So, I mean, what we have to do is just like we did with those other technologies, we got to learn how to weed it out.
From running numbers to Powerball.
Hey.
I mean, because running numbers policy was created by a Black woman, and because of the fact of that, the government wanted to harness that money. They made it legal for lottery. Same thing with liquor. Same thing with marijuana. Remember, people were in jail for bootlegging. They were in jail for prohibition. Now, when they figured out a way for the government to make money, then it was okay. Now it's not right to get drunk. It's okay you get liver poison. It's okay. Cigarette companies, what they have to do to have cigarettes is they must do an anti-cigarette campaign. Okay, you do 200 anti-cigarette campaigns. I want you to hear me good, people. If the campaign says cigarettes, what are you telling people? There are cigarettes to smoke.
That's right.
Now, I want to tell you this.
You get what you said? You get what you said? You see what you said?
Cigarettes.
Exactly.
That is what they're talking about. So our brains do not compute the no. We just heard the cigarette.
And if you're trying to quit, Lord, have mercy.
Right.
And they running that commercial.
You're on your way to the
Bitcoin. They just trying to find a way to
I gotta go get that pack of cools. I'll be right back.
They trying to find a way to maximize on the Bitcoin.
The Marlboro Man was the coolest guy ever. It was the coolest commercial ever. I'm a commercial fan, guys. Back in the day. Now I don't watch TV anymore. There it is. Come on now. That's the promoter of the year. If y'all don't know, that's Cherie Sloan. She is from Highly Productive Chicago. She is a member of CEO Season 3, and she also is the official promoter of Freedom Has GPS. Promote, young lady.
Right, all right now, right?
All right.
She's gonna be promoting everywhere.
We can talk about this all night. That's why I said that's a whole hour segment. We need to talk about this nutrition thing because I'm big on nutrition. I know I can do better, but I
need some help.
I need some help. I try to do what I can. I try to be as healthy eating as I can. I know the bad things and the good things. I know the things that's cancer causing and the things that and everything that they say is good for you, oils, certain oils, vegetable oils,
all of them are bad.
Canola oil instead of vegetable, it's all that's bad.
Olive oil, even olive oil.
Olive oil too.
I use olive oil. Olive oil.
You know what?
But
I guys want to know more about. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say my go-to thing is coconut oil.
So if you guys want to know more about health, there's a good book out there called 16 Secrets of Self-Actualization.
Yes.
I, as an ambassador, I own the book. If you're looking for information, she is a BSN. So I think she's a doctor now. Finally, she's a doctor
now.
She finished her credits. She is now Dr. Gill.
Yes.
Go look for her book. It's called 16 Secrets of Self-Actualization.
Great book.
And it breaks down information in there about the food we eat, the things that we need to do to reverse things that are in our kidneys, our blood. Fasting is a thing that will eliminate toxins from your blood because your body is going to eat things that are bad within it. So I am committed in the next 2 months to going for a 5-day fast. I'm going to do 1 day for 1 week, then 2 days till I get to 5 days, because by 5 days, your brain and everything starts resetting.
And
it moves you closer to the spirit within you. So get the book. I'm not making no profit off of it.
She has a show. Don't forget, she has a podcast.
She has a podcast, Higher Levels with Shay. She also is on the radio, 102.3, Rejoice. Get locked in with Shaltavia Gill. Sharice, I'm going to get your book. I got your book. I'm going to give you your book. So at the end of the day, it's about you. If we're looking for tools, if you're looking for things, take the information and utilize it.
Yes. Well, let's close it up. Go ahead, sister. Do what you do.
CEOs. As we were talking about media, I want you guys to use media in this way. Take the opportunity to have discernment. Take the opportunity to what's going to make you better. put it in your algorithm. Things that depress and things that are sensationalized, just skip them. The more skipping you do of them, the less they'll be in your algorithm. And then the things you need, want, and desire will come into that algorithm. Like them, follow them, share those. Then your algorithm will change. And until next week, right here with the National Black Hall of Fame inductees, I want you guys to stay focused on your growth and be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who?
You, baby.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, so check out the Melanin in Marriage March issue. I have my first article in there titled Love Connection.
Can I get a signed copy? I would like a signed copy. Go ahead.
I believe is an awesome article. But to use media, don't let media use you.
Yes.
So understand that. All
right, Mo.
Hey. Now y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
We hear it. It sounds like popcorn popping, Mo.
I don't know what that was.
It sounds
Take the popcorn out. It's finna burn.
No, again, there's a good use for social media, folks. There's good and bad in everything, and I'm a firm believer in technology. Don't run away from it. Learn how to use it, and you can be successful. Period.
Amen. Listen, we had to do a whole segment on nutrition. Not that any of us are nutritionists, but I'm a firm believer in what you put in your body at a young age, where you are in your life right now, is going to affect you in your older time of life. And that's something that I preach to a lot of people. It's what you're putting in your body now that's going to have the effect of you when you get older. So we're going to do that segment, and we're just going to talk about our experiences with nutrition. You know, some of us may have changed our way of eating, our way of life, based on some of our, some things we may have went through, some health issues we may have experienced. And I would like to share it. I would like to share what I do. I would like to share why I did a 360, 15 years ago, and changed my whole lifestyle. It was about a lifestyle change, not dieting. It wasn't, I've never dieted, but it was just a total lifestyle change that I wanted, because I wanted to feel better and I wanted to be around for my family. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to set that up, but we got to get out of here. Of course, Rachel dropped us nuggets like she always does. You guys, be careful with that social media, because it could be a blessing and it could be a curse, depending on how you use it. So just be careful out there when you're on that social media, no matter what it is, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Just be careful. And we'll see you guys again next week with new subjects and new things to talk about.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Well, Living
right.
going to be out.
I'm trying.
I just to find the right button.
I got to find the right button. Now he left me with this. And I might even hit the wrong one.
That's all right, y'all.
Let's see. Okay, let's see.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. I can't find it.
What is it? This one right here?
Whether in the house or outside, you know that we gon' do it. Make a wrong decision, turn around and still get through it. When you say the name, you know it's us and what we doing. So turn it on and let the bass get booming. Yeah. DopelivenTV. 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 Yeah. We got it all. Come and see.